All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another problem here. So as always, we always begin with our rules. All right, rules. So Leon created a scale drawing of the school library in his art class. In the scale drawing, the length of the library is 13 inches. The length of the actual library is 78 feet. Which scale did Leon use to create the scale drawing of the school library? F, 1 inch represents 6 feet. G, 1 inch represents 1/6 foot. H, 6 inch represents 1 foot. Or J, 6 inches represents 1/6 of a foot. All right. So we just read the entire question, and we also read the entire word problem, the question, and we read the options. Now we're going to underline the question. Okay. So this is good. Which scale did Leon use to create the scale drawing of the school library? Okay, good here. So in this case, I would say that the process, I haven't been doing this in previous videos, but I usually did do this. So in this case, the process is okay. All right. So the underlining of the questions are decent. They boxed the numbers. The numbers should be circled. So now we're going to go to labeling. As I said, we circled the numbers. We boxed the key words. Okay. So scale drawing is a key word. Okay, scale drawing right here as well. Okay, the length. Okay, this is the length of the library. It's 13 inches. But the length of the actual library is 78 feet. Which scale did Leon use to create the scale drawing of the library? So the library is like this. Okay, so 78 is the length. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, the length of the actual library is 78 feet, but the scale is 13 inches. Okay, so in this case, we have 13 inches colon to 78 feet. All right. So now, which scale did Leon use to create the scale drawing of the library? So we're going to do this as, let's do our, so we know that this means ratio. A scale is a ratio. Okay, so 13 inches. Okay, this is the length of the scale. 78 feet is the actual length. This is the length in real life. All right. So we know that 13 inches is to 78 feet. So does 1 inch represent 6 feet? Does 1 inch represent 1/6 of a foot? Well, 1 inch does not represent 1/6 of a foot because that would be too small. I can just look at that. See, this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beauty and the sophistication of mathematics. Practicing mathematics is so important in everyday life because it teaches us about reasonableness. It teaches us about using logic. It helps our brain think in more complex ways. 1 inch representing 1/6 of a foot, that wouldn't work because it says that the scale drawing is 13 inches. If it was 13 inches times 1/6, that would be 13/6, which would mean that the actual distance would only be, or the real life length would be 13/6. Okay? So if 1 inch is representing to 1/6 of a foot, if we multiplied 1/6 by 13, we would get 13/6. Okay? So 13/6 feet would be the actual length of the library. And this is way too small, so it's not G. 1 inch represents to 6 feet. Okay, let's try that. So let's multiply 6 feet by 13. Okay, so 13 multiplied by 6. So 13 times 6, ladies and gentlemen, 18, carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 78. Okay, 78 feet. All right, so this matches up with this. So this is a possibility. Okay, 6 inches represents 1 foot. Okay, so if 13 inches over 78 was set equal to 6 inches over 1 foot, it would have to correlate, right? Using the butterfly method, we'd have to get the same answer. So let's see. So 78 multiplied by 6, and then 13 inches multiplied by 1 foot. So 78 times 6, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this right here. 78 multiplied by 6, 8, carry the 4, 7 times 6 is 42, plus 4 is 46. This is going to give us 468 feet per inch equals to 13 feet per inch. Okay, this is not accurate. Okay, that's not accurate. So it can't be this. 6 inches represents 1 foot. Okay, this is not accurate. All right, 6 inches represents 1/6 of a foot. Okay, so in this case here, we'd have 13 inches over 78 feet equals to 6 inches over 1 divided by 6 foot. Okay, so you could do the same thing. 78 times 6 inches would be the same thing here, 468 feet, because what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, if we're doing butterfly method again to check our work. All right, so 468 feet per inch equal to 13 times 1/6, ladies and gentlemen, is 13 over 6 feet per inch. Okay, this is also not accurate. Okay, the butterfly method is showing us 468 feet per inch does not equal to 13 over 6 feet per inch. 468 feet per inch does not equal to 13 feet per inches. So it can't be J either. All right. Now, if we have 1 inch represents 6 feet, we can use the butterfly method like we set up the other 2 problems here. Okay, let me make sure that y'all can see this. We can set up the butterfly method just as we did here and here. What we'll do to double check option F is we'll do 1 over 6, this is in feet, this is in inches, set this equal to our ratio, our scaled ratio, 13 inches divided by 78 feet. Okay, so 78 feet per inch, and then 13 inches per 6 feet. We've already proved here, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all look up here, we've already proved that 13 multiplied by 6 is 78 feet. So 13 inches multiplied by 6 feet equals 78, and then we could put inches per foot. And ladies and gentlemen, 13 times 6 is 78 inches per foot, and 78 times 1 also equals 78 inches per foot. Okay? Now, I put feet before inches here, and I put inches before feet here. That doesn't make a difference. We could have done it either way. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, our answer is F. Okay? Our answer is F. All right? So in this case, this person's process is okay, but the concept, okay? Concept is weak. Concept is very weak because I don't know what this person was doing here. This was not logical. I don't understand his reasonableness. However, the process was okay. So this is a good step in the process direction. We'll circle the E because we evaluated. This is our conceptual methods. So we'll circle the E, and then we'll circle the S because we selected and found the correct answer. 1 inch represents 6 feet. All right, thank you all for watching. I hope that this video helps.